For example, by way of talking to a governor like you, such an impressive governor who runs the 5th largest economy of the world, California, of course. And I think it's very important, and I think we all have to be aware that this American way of life, that what America embodies is still at the core of America. It's still in there. And that's why we have to foster the dialogue. We have to stay together. And what we must not do is we must not be divided. Let's stay together. Let's stay in touch. Let's have these encounters. I think that's what we can, and best at this level, on the state level, on the subnational level, and that's why it's great to have such a panel.
And if I may pick up, I appreciate your generous words, and Trump is temporary. It's important to understand that. He'll be measured in a matter of years, not decades. If he were a younger man, I wouldn't necessarily say that. There's no question he would seek a third term, unquestionable in my mind. I don't say that lightly. I can back that up. But his time of life, not his state of mind, make this a temporary moment. And that's why it's so important, in the spirit, again, of this conversation, this notion of subnational relationships, stable partnerships. We are now, unfortunately, the United States, and I've never thought this happened in my lifetime, the source of more instability than any other nation in the world, the United States of America. And that's why we have to remind folks that this is not permanent. And I know there's a lot of pessimism that somehow it's irreparable. We'll never go back to our original form. And I understand that. Once a mind is stretched of what's possible, it never necessarily goes back to its original form. But I say it's not dead, it's dormant. You may need to sleep with one eye open. It will take time, but it's certainly not dead. And it's not representative. Again, he is an historic president, and it's important you understand this, historically unpopular. He is going to get crushed in the midterm elections. Crushed in the midterm elections. He's going to lose his authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose tariffs. He will lose that at the Supreme Court in a matter of months. That's been the source of most of his energy and most of his negotiating power. And by the way, the source of most of his direct dealing. The most corrupt president in American history. What are so many of the foreign policy trips have in common? Members of his family there first. Setting the tone and tenor, setting the course of the deal. For the tower, the golf course, for the investments, for the crypto. Witkoff, not just Trump. Partnerships with the family. It's all there in plain sight. It's open. It's not the $400 million planes as the tithing and gifts. Billions and billions of dollars in the last year. It's not about policy making, it's about profit making. And the tariff capacity has been one of his principal tools for self-dealing. But the challenge is, and this is a challenge in terms of not bending the knee and standing firm and tall, not just governments and foreign leaders, but corporate leaders, universities, law firms, and the media. The imperative of standing tall. Because right now, President Xi is blushing. Crony capitalism, it's not free enterprise, it's not a healthy horse pulling a sturdy wagon, as Churchill once said. It's state capitalism, NVIDIA, the tithings, Intel, MP Materials, golden shares at U.S. Steel. Kiss the ring. That's not the America I grew up in, and it's not the America you just described. And God bless, we're inspired by it, as we all were. Hardly perfect. And so that's the imperative of this moment, to establish different relationship to this moment and to remind people that this is temporary.